All right, let's just start with you, Kristie. Another year, another Connecticut Fishing Outdoor Show down at Mohegan. Tell us what you got for us this year.
We have a fun-filled weekend. Our main focus this year is the Jonathan Narducci Kids Zone. Lots of free stuff for the kids.
Awesome.
Catch a trout, tag trout, and you get a free bag of lures, valued, that's like a $5 value. Scavenger hunts, hours of seminars, fishing boats, ATVs, side-by-sides, kayaks, something for everybody.
I always learn stuff when I come here, and I don't want to say it's like a kid's thing, but it has become like a family affair, whether it's, the kids that are just getting started, the dads that have been doing it their whole life, or just some guys that have wanted to get into it but never known the right steps or the right things to do. That's why I always think about the Fishing and Outdoor Show at Mohegan Sun every year. But the kids stuff, man, like you got me into the submarine drones, and that basically was like a video game that all the kids were better than all of us adults at. Just the learning stuff, watching fish get caught in the trough. Like, there's so many hands-on activities that you can do here for the kids and for everyone else.
Right, that's what we're really trying to push. Bring your families outdoors, get them away from their devices, spend quality time actually talking to people rather than texting them.
Right.
Even, if you don't know what you're doing, like you said, there's so many dedicated professionals and so much knowledge that you can learn, whether it's about the state parks, hiking trails, biking trails, kayaking. So you don't have to be an avid fisherman or a hunter. It's a place to learn.
Largest outdoor fishing and outdoor show in New England, Connecticut Fishing Outdoor Show. This weekend, we're with President Northeast Expos, Kristie Gonsalves.
President.
Down at the Mohegan Sun Earth Expo Convention Center starting Friday at 3 o'clock. We'll be doing our show live from there. Jeremy Cormier, he is from V3 Canine Academy. He trains dogs, house dogs, gun dogs, all kinds of different dogs. Al Gag, fisherman, custom lures, obviously one of our favorites. Let me jump over to Jeremy. So this is one of the best things about this. So many training sessions, whether it's hunting, fishing, dogs, doing all this kind of stuff. It's the training sessions where you're speaking to people that might not know about things like that. And we do stuff for the Humane Society and talking about dogs, Jeremy. Not all dogs are for all families. Some of the things that you do are for military, for police, but also for house pets and stuff like that. Describe trying to explain that to people that there's some outdoor dogs that just can't be domesticated because they want to work.
Yeah, absolutely, Rob. My name is Jeremy. I'm the owner of V3 Gun Dogs and Canine Academy, and we're heavily involved in breeding Belgian Malinois, Shepherds, Short Hairs, French Brittany's, and Labs and Setters. All obviously have their own tasks, but a lot of them I wouldn't recommend as your family pet. Our Belgian Malinois are specifically bred for police and military work. Obviously, a couple of the puppies out of litters might be great pet dogs, therapy dogs, search and rescue dogs, but for the most part, they're definitely bred for police and military work. And the hunting side of things too, I got Raven with us, my 1-year-old.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's our 1-year-old short-haired pointer. That's our field trial dog, and obviously you guys saw her come in like a firecracker, jumping, ready to go, wound up. But now she's laying down next to me and watching the TVs behind us.
So chill.
But she's definitely not a dog I'd recommend in the house. Primarily, she runs horseback field trials, so she's typically 500 to 800 yards out at a given time while we chase them down on horses.
The one thing I love about this show is you guys are beyond experts. Like, you guys are the best in the biz and what you do. Not only Al and Jeremy and what you guys do, but Matt Weddish, our friend, who's the best turkey caller in the business. Right. You will be hearing him before you see him. Crazy Alberto, one of our best friends, that's going to be there, that fishes sewage systems and then some of the deepest waters in the Pacific Ocean. Like, no matter if it's got water and a fish in it, Alberto will catch that fish. But Jeremy, talk about yourself, like your expertise, how you got started in this, and the people that come to this show are going to get some of the A+ 5-star knowledge.
Yeah, so growing up, my family had a kennel in Rocky Hill, and it was short-hair pointers and setters and English pointers. So a young kid growing up, I sat on the tailgate of the truck watching my uncle train all the dogs, and roles have kind of reversed. I became a police officer and started to get involved with police dogs, and then I retired, and the business kind of blew up. So we've kind of ventured off onto many different dog training, and the roles roles have definitely reversed between me and my uncle, because now he shows up to my house to watch me train his dogs and sits on his tailgate as he got older.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is so cool.
absolutely. But we are going to be holding a couple seminars at the show. One is going to be an all dog training seminar from puppyhood to adulthood, and then the other one is going to be steadiness for pointers and retrievers.
And from land to the water we go. Al Gags, you've been making lures for 50 years. You've been teaching people about the great outdoors and fishing. You're always one of our favorites to come in here. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Once the bleeding stops in my legs from Raven, I'll be fine. I'm glad you had them under control. It was very nice. Doing well. Doing very good. One of my favorite times of the year is the show at the Mohegan Sun, the Connecticut Fishing and Outdoor Show. Love this show, and it brings so many good people together, and we do this annually, and it's just a great show. Like you were saying, some of the features there, besides the dogs and Crazy Alberto, Joe Dario, the big tank with everybody up on it, every 20 minutes somebody's different, sharing your knowledge and everything, And getting back to that kid zone real quick, it's like my old adage is, you know what it is buy your kid a tackle box and not an Xbox.
I
There
love
you go.
that.
Get
I
'em
love
outside.
that. The one thing I noticed too, and I say this story all the time, this was 2 years ago. I brought Al Gag a fishing pole from my grandpa that I've been wanting you to look at for years and years and years. I finally got it in front of your face. But the one thing that was so impressive is the community of people that gathered around Al. And Al was calling people by first name from across the convention center, like, hey, Susie, come look at this pole. And then we had 5 people in there trying to figure it out. Before a half an hour was over, we knew everything about that fishing pole. And the community, the collection of people that helped out in that, I just felt was like a little microcosm, a little metaphor of what happens out there. Because if you want to do something like in the outdoors, this is the place to go. Just tell somebody what you want to do, and someone like Al Gags will find the person that you need to talk to.
Well, you try to help everybody, and that's what this show does. It brings everybody together. You got Connecticut's best out there between
Right.
the dogs and between people like Mike Roy, people like Joe Dario. I mean, these are bred Connecticut people that'll tell you all about the waters in the woods. Matt Weddish, Hall of Famer, turkey caller.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to get any better than that. And Trevor Berwick, Steve, what's his last name? Martin. I can't ever say it.
You're on the best show for this.
Martek.
We mispronounce
We love
everybody.
mispronouncing people's names.
But anyways, you got Ron McKee, the Striper Maniac, and they're just all special people. Alberto, and he's going to be living with me after the show for 3 days.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
You guys should do a reality show on that.
Well, and that's the whole thing. Like we're talking with everybody here. The seminars. There's over 200 exhibitors. There's the kids' fun zone. There's a catch and release pond. But it's so massive, with the boats and all the other stuff. But you are kind of like a close knit family, like Ben was talking about. You guys all come together every year to get people to experience New England and Connecticut. I moved back here from California because I love this. I love the East Coast. I love what it has to offer, and I think this is the greatest show to show. Because you could be a kayaker. I know my brother goes kayaking in the Connecticut Sound, and a lot of people kind of fish off kayaks now.
Right.
But it's kind of something for everybody is at this show.
The Coast Guard's there and stuff, doing their thing, and don't walk by them. Talk to them. They'll tell you about the latest techniques, how to save lives. We got Captain Brian Coombs doing Catch a Kid, where he puts the kid on the harness and he's got him on a tuna rod. And a kid, really, if you don't like your child, bring him there. We'll take care of it.
I love this. That is awesome.
The latest technology and keeping your kids,
Heck
from
yeah.
getting into trouble.
Right, no, but the stuffed toy is out there, and the battle goes on. He gives them enough drag, and they're trying to grab it, and they can't, and if they get it, they win it.
I love this.
But the Kid Zone, again, there's so many prizes, and so I don't think a child's going home without anything. You know what I mean?
I love just watching the seminars. I always learn something from you guys in so many different forms and fashions, whether what is the latest and greatest. You guys were teaching me about the little drone stuff that we're doing for ice fishing now that I had no idea is existing, and swimming through the holes of my neck of the woods in Indiana and Michigan. 2 fishing rooms as far as seminar goes, and 1 hunting room for seminars. Jeremy, you're going to be doing all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're cool with people walking up and asking questions, right? A lot of people are getting into dogs. I know from the South it's a big thing. I see the trucks with the kennels in the back. I don't see it as much around here in Connecticut, but you're more than happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, and I encourage people to show up to the booth, and we're going to have dogs out. We're going to do a little bit of a demo at the booth, too. We usually got some birds with us to put some dogs on point, some retrieve stuff. I'll bring one of our police dogs and do some obedience work. Maybe I'll surprise everyone with some bite work. But, yeah, no one will get hurt. No, you're good. We got insurance for that. But even when I do the seminars, I always start off with, my seminars are best when people ask questions, because it kind of piggybacks, and then everybody starts rolling into different questions, and you get your questions answered for free, and that's what I'm here for, is to share my knowledge that I learned over, a couple decades.
Kristie, talk more about the show.
Well, one of the things I learned about this season was what saddle hunting for white-tailed deer was, because I didn't know that so many people fall out of their tree stands. So,
What? Now, is
Because they're up
drinking
10 feet high.
involved?
Explain this. A
You
lot
know-
of people don't realize that when you're either bow hunting or just in a tree stand, it's up high.
it is.
Very
And
dangerous.
so Trevor Berwick and Steve Martik will be speaking about saddle hunting. They just called me this morning to see if they're bringing like a 10-foot pole, and they'll demonstrate, because it's portable. So you can take it from area to area
Love
versus
this.
just keeping your tree stand in one location.
That is so cool, and that's what another thing I love is, like, you see this stuff in action. I love the fishing trough. I mean, that's so cool when you watch a fish actually react to a lure and have someone explain while they're doing it. It's not luck. Like, some of it's luck, okay. But for the most part, it's skill and knowing how to move that lure, and then to actually watch the fish react and do that. And now you're bringing a 10-foot pole, and a guy is going to be up there actually doing and demonstrating exactly what's going to happen out in the woods. I love that stuff, because so much of this is hands-on. Like, you can go there, you can touch it before you buy it. And speak of the deals that you can get. Like, this is some of the best place to get some of the best deals in fishing and outdoor.
Yes, there's a lot of sales that are going on, and like we mentioned earlier, tons of free stuff for the kids. So they're going to walk away with tons of lures that are, $5-7 a bag for free, just for doing a scavenger hunt and getting their papers signed. A lot of people have specials because it is opening season quite a bit. A lot of the kayaks are on sale. Again, they have show specials on the ATVs and side-by-sides. So it's a lot of fun for the whole family.
Yeah, go to the website, ctfishingoutdoorshow.com, for more information. Like we said, it is Friday through Sunday, the Connecticut Fishing and Outdoor Show. It is the largest one in New England, and it's at the Mohegan Sun Earth Expo and Convention Center in Uncasville this weekend. Guys, thank you so much for coming in, and we'll be right back on the Rob Dibble Show with Ben Darnell.
Thank you.
Thank you.